So, this is Sebastian. I'm Wally. Sebastian is our lead game designer at Spiders, and I'm producer. So, Spiders is a French studio located in Paris, and we mainly do RPGs. We are very passionate about RPGs, and today I'll be showing you our latest and fifth RPG, the Technomancer. So, with all the games we did before, all the experience we've acquired, and all the fan-based feedback, we really feel that today we're getting closer than ever to doing the RPGs that we wanted to do at the beginning of the studio when the studio was founded. See, when the founders of the studio opened it, they had this universe in mind, the Technomancer universe in mind, the Mars universe in mind. At the time we didn't have the budget or the ability to do it, so we took baby steps, and Mars Warlords was one of them. It's set in the same universe. It's not a prequel, it's not a sequel, but it's set in the same universe, so we with it. Okay, so the game is coming out on PS4 and Xbox One and PC, of course. And with the power of the new power available to us, we really worked on improving the player immersion. That's something we really want to focus on. Our engine, called the Silk engine, is now full PPR, so we have much better rendering, nicer character. We have all these big hubs, these big cities that you can go to, and they're all filled with NPCs. They go on with their lives, they go to work, they go for lunch, they go home. You can interact with them, and really we wanted to give the player a real feeling of immersion, a better feeling of immersion. So the Technomancer is it's a modern RPG. It has all the elements of a modern RPG, plus all the elements from Spiders, such as a strong story, strong characters, very dynamic and nervous fighting style. Throughout your adventure, you'll be going in many different areas, such as the barren lands of Mars, the concrete and cold cities of Fire, and the lively and colorful cities of Noctis. These guys are nomad. They live in a canyon on Mars. To help you in your adventure, you'll be followed by up to 5 companions, such as Amelia or Phobos. Phobos is a mutant on Mars, and being a mutant on Mars makes you a slave. The game, at Spiders, we focus on giving a strong story, as I told before. That's one focus for us. But the game is not linear. You can go back and forth at any point in the game. You can go back to places you've been before and access new areas, because your companions have abilities that can let you access new areas or find new items or new quests. So really, it's not linear. Okay, so that was the first part of the presentation. Now we'll be showing you a live gameplay demo of the game. So this is the first part of the game. The player, when he starts the game, he'll be there. So it's a bit of a tutorial area. It's more focused on fighting. Well, I'll be telling you about the other gameplay elements, but you'll see mainly fighting. The game is pre-alpha, so we still have bugs and people flying somewhere and stuff like that. So about the story. So the game takes place in a very distant future on Mars. After the planet has been colonized, everything was going well, and then there was this huge cataclysm that changed the environment. The environment became very harsh, the sun became lethal, and they lost all contact with Earth. So in the mayhem that ensued, the water drilling companies that were there, they were drilling water from the pole. They created their own states and they started waging war for the most important resource on Mars, water. So we have those two main society companies. One is called Abundance. It's based on the Soviet kind of society. It's all about control, all about propaganda, and not much freedom for speech. And the other one is called Aurora, but I'll be talking about Aurora in a minute. So our hero is called Zakaria. Zakaria is a young Technomancer apprentice. Today is his last day of training to become a full-fledged Technomancer. A Technomancer, like this guy with the staff, has the power to generate huge amount of electricity and use it as a weapon. As we'll be seeing it right now. As a Technomancer, you have all the Technomancer powers available to you, and you can unlock them through skill trees. And you can use them you can use all the Technomancer powers such as this one. Okay, so to help us in our last mission, we have our master, and he'll be leading us to where we need to go. Just to get back to the story quickly, so we have Abundance, this city, this state that is all about control. And Abundance being about control, is afraid of the Technomancer. The Technomancer are very powerful and they're afraid of them. They want to control them or to get rid of them. On the other hand, we have Aurora, and Aurora puts the Technomancer at the center of their religion, so they're striving. So, because of that, Abundance is kind of losing the war, actually. Okay, now we'll quickly be showing you a little bit of upgrade mechanic in the game. So you can find ingredients and recipes throughout the game, and upgrade every part of your equipment, the clothing and the weapons. You can add shoulder pads, armor plates, knee pads. You can add elements to your gun or your staff. And all the clothing that you find it on all the different populations of the game. We have very varied population in the game, so you have very different clothing styles and effects. Also, very important point, you have to take care of your companion equipment. You have to find stuff for them and equip them, and some of them need to have special needs. Okay, let's go on with our mission. So this is an old settler's dome. It's when they arrived, they built it. So that's where they used to live. They used to grow plants, grow crops in it. And now it's a bit of a ruin, and only the Technomancer can access it. And that's where they keep their big secret, as well as all Technomancer knowledge, as all Earth knowledge, actually. So they're very keen on protecting it. So our mission, our last mission today, is actually to protect it from bandits that are trying to get in. It's all pretend. The bandits are actually from the army, but it's for the training. So in the Technomancer we have three kind of fighting styles. We have the staff fighting style. So the staff is the weapon of choice for the Technomancer. It's fast, versatile, and long ranged. You can use your Technomancer powers at any point with any fighting style. Each fighting style has two types of attacks. The normal attack and the alternate attack. Alternate attack is with a kick for the staff, and the normal attack is with the staff. Each attack has two kinds of inputs. The short input and the long input. Short input will do a quick hit, but less damage. Long input will do a long attack. In the case of the staff, it will do area damages, but you're more prone to be broken or stopped during your attack because it's longer to prepare. Okay, so our master is going to ask us to go scout ahead, what's coming up ahead. During a fight, you can switch to any fighting style at any point, any moment, at will. You have shortcuts and switch. So Sebastian here is with the staff, and then he switched to the knife and gun fighting style. The knife and gun fighting style is a quick hit and run fighting style. You can poison your enemy, then run away and finish him with the gun. As you've seen, he charges his weapon, he charges staff, and then when he changed, the charge moved to the other fighting style. All buffs move to every fighting style. Okay, so I was talking about immersion before when we started, and as I was saying, we really want to give the player a feeling that he's on Mars, that he's on these big landscapes. So we opened the view as much as possible, and we gave the player vantage points to see what's coming up ahead. See, the player has all these fighting styles. He has Technomancer power. He can go stealthy. He can booby trap the area. So really, we really want the player to be able to see what's ahead. Okay, so Sebastian just gained 11 now, has 2 skill points that he can spend. In the Technomancer we have 4 skill trees. One for each fighting style, the staff, the knife and gun fighting style, and the shield and mace fighting style, which we'll be showing in a minute. Right now we'll be focusing on the Technomancer skill tree. So each skill tree has active skills and passive skills. Active skills, when unlocked, will give you new powers, new abilities that you can shortcut and use. This gives the player a real feeling of progression. His character becomes stronger, he has all this new power and new ways to defeat his enemies. And then you have passive skills that will upgrade your active skills or your character attributes. In the Technomancer you have 3 ways of upgrading your character. Skill trees. You can also use attribute points that you can put into strength, agility, stamina for instance, or energy. This will allow you to, for instance, wear new equipment or have a bigger life bar, things like that. You also have what we call talent points. Talent points allow you to solve quests in different ways. You have up to 5 ways solving a quest. And with the talent such as charisma, you have enough talent points, you can, during dialogue, force another character, another NPC to give you what you want, or to do what you want. You can also put points into pickpocketing, so you can come behind a patrolling enemy and take the key that you need without fighting the guy. Also, you can be stealthy and go around fights and backstabbing enemies or avoiding fights altogether. Okay, so this is a shield and melee fighting style. It's a tankier fighting style, you're slower, but you can take more damage. And most of all, it's the only fighting style that can take bullets from ranged weapons. Let's quickly focus on our HUD. In the Technomancer, we have a stamina bar now. Stamina is used whenever you do an action, such as jumping, such as attacking or dodging or anything. And when you're out of stamina, you do less damage, you're less efficient, and you can't do critical hits anymore. That's because we didn't want the player to go guns blazing into a fight. We didn't want the player to just bashing the button. We want him to pick his target and step back when needed. Sorry. Okay, thank you. Also, we have the energy bar. So for all Technomancer power, we have energy bars. Our energy bar is divided into 4 slots. So we have 2 kinds actually of Technomancer powers. We have the buffs, such as charging a weapon. Then we have the active skills, such as electricity. When you buff a weapon, the buff is active as long as you want. It's not timed. But when it's active, it will use up a slot as long as it's active. So this slot is not available anymore for any other Technomancer power. If you had, for instance, 4 slots, 4 buffs active, it will use the 4 slots and you won't be able to use any other active power anymore. So we really feel that by giving all these fighting styles to the player and all this Technomancer power and this stealth and everything, we give the player the ability to choose the way he wants to upgrade his character, customize it, and play the way he wants it. You can, for instance, if you want, you can not put points in the Technomancer powers and be all physical. It will work, it will be harder, but you'll be able to do it anyway. Okay, so this is a Technomancer door. It requires 2 Technomancer to be open. You'll see these doors throughout the game. You won't be able to open them at the beginning because you need a Technomancer companion to be with you. So when you meet one later in the game, you can come back to these places, unlock new areas, have new quests, and find new items. This works with the Technomancer companion, but you have other companions that can do other stuff and then give you access to new areas or new items. So this is the Settler's Dome. That's where all the data about Earth is stored, and the big Technomancer secret is kept. It's very precious to the Technomancers. And what we discover here, there's a bug infestation. We don't know where they're coming from. Right now we'll just kill them and we'll come back later to check it out. We need to focus on our main mission, finishing our main mission and discovering the big Technomancer secret. So, when contact with Earth was lost, Earth slowly became this idea of paradise. Everybody started fantasizing about it, and they're all hoping that Earthlings will come back to Mars and save them from the hell that is Mars. So everything that comes from Earth started to be seen as perfection. They have statues of trees everywhere. Humans are perfect to them. So when you're a mutant, such as Phobos, our companion there, you're a slave or you're even killed. So what our hero here discovers is that Technomancer actually have been engineered by the first settlers to survive in the harsh environment of Mars, and that their power, the Technomancer power, is just a side effect of that. So actually they're mutants, and if word goes out, they're in trouble. Earlier I told you about Abundance, this control freak society, and they have this secret police called the AC, and the AC wants to get rid of the Technomancer. They know there's a big secret and they want to know what it is. So throughout the first part of the game, our hero will have to flee, to escape from the AC in order to make contact with Earth and try to find a way to save his fellow Technomancers. You'll meet different factions in the game. You'll meet up to 6 factions in the game, such as the mob, the army, the rebellion, and you have quests with them that you can do or decide not to do, and you can make enemies of them or allies of them. And when you reach that turning point in the game when you need to turn around and face your enemies, that will decide if they're with you and help you resolve the situation or they're just your enemies. Also, if you're a friend with the mob, for instance, and one of your companions is in the army, he might leave you because he doesn't approve of that. Okay, so now I think we found the origin of the infestation. Actually, in our previous game, Bound by Flame, we started having these huge, ugly monsters in our game. We like doing that. And so that's something we want to keep doing in our next games. And that's what we're doing in the Technomancer. So please meet the Diggernaut. It's our first boss in the game. Okay, so this is it for the Technomancer. The game is coming out on PS4, Xbox One, and PC early 2016. If you guys have any feedback or questions, we'll be more than happy to hear it. Yes, please go ahead.
Is there going to be co-op?
No, there's no co-op.
No
It's
co-op.
solo game.
Okay. Just word.
Very story driven and
Yes.